Hi guys, today I will show you a fast and efficient workflow for creating hard surface models. For this workflow you will need Blender, ZBrush, and a free plugin called Blender Booleans to ZBrush. I created it specifically for this pipeline. You will find a link in the description to my ArtStation page, where you can download the plugin and find installation instructions. So here is our model. As you can see, the shading doesn't look very good. This is a common issue when using booleans on curved surfaces. The model also has no bevels or chamfers. With this workflow you can turn it into something like this. A clean, smooth, high poly model with bevels and chamfers in about 10 minutes. This model consists of multiple meshes, each using Boolean modifiers. Let's export the mesh using the plugin. I select one of the meshes and press Ctrl-Shift-Alt-Q, which is the default hotkey. You can see at the bottom that the mesh was exported. Now let's switch over to ZBrush. Here I press the same hotkey again, since I've assigned it to the plugin in ZBrush as well. And now you can see the import process. The plugin inserts the generated mesh directly after the selected subtool. So what exactly does the plugin do? Basically, it exports the main object together with all of its Boolean cutters, adds subdivisions, reconstructs the Boolean hierarchy, and generates the final mesh automatically. It also supports complex Boolean setups, including cases where Boolean objects are themselves affected by other Booleans. As a result, we get clean, smooth geometry with proper polygroups. From here, there are two possible workflows. I will show the first one now, and later in the video I will demonstrate another approach that I think is just as interesting. So, we have this mesh. If needed, you can add additional bevels using Bevel Pro. All you need to do is mask everything except the edges where you want the bevel to appear. Next, let's run Dynamesh. I usually push the resolution as high as possible. And, by the way, you will notice that I am using a few custom menus to speed things up. All of these functions are built into ZBrush by default, and you can find them in the interface. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. After Dynamesh, smooth this surface using Polish, with the option on the right enabled. You can actually create bevels of different sizes using layers and morph targets, but that's a topic for another video. From here you can start adding additional details using your preferred brushes. Once the detailing is done, it's time for decimation. The settings will depend on how much details your model contains. Let's send another object to ZBrush and repeat the process. Dynamesh, add some details, and decimation. Now let's export the last object. Notice that this one has an area that doesn't have any smoothing applied, and that's brings us to an important question. How does the plugin know what should be smoothed and what should stay sharp? The answer is actually very simple. The plugin doesn't analyze the final Boolean result. Instead, it reads the shading information from the original source objects. As you can see, these cylinders we used for cutting don't have smoothing enabled. If I apply Auto Smooth and export the mesh again, this area will now be smoothed as well. And if you need a hard edge, simply mark that edge as sharp. Again, we will go through the same steps: Dynamesh, smoothing, and decimation. Once everything is ready, we send the model back to Blender. Apply smooth shading, add a weighted normals modifier, and that's it. Here is the final result. You can use this mesh as the high poly model for baking, and use the original mesh we started with as the base for creating your low poly model. Of course, this workflow can occasionally produce some shading artifacts, but in most cases they are minor and easy to ignore, especially considering how quick you can create complex hard surface models this way. Now, as promised, let's take a look at another workflow. Unlike the first method, this one works best with simple geometry. In return, you get clean subdivision-ready topology. Here is another mesh with Boolean modifiers. Just like before, we send it to ZBrush. Since all the polygroups are already there, we can run ZRemesh with keep groups enabled and get a very clean result. Now we can send it back to Blender. Add bevels and do any additional detailing we need. That said, this workflow works best on relatively simple geometry. In many cases you will still need to adjust the topology manually in Blender, and sometimes the limitation of ZRemesher make this approach impractical altogether. Hopefully this video and the plugin itself will be useful to some of you. If you have any questions, feedback, or run into any bugs, feel free to leave a comment. Thanks for watching and see you next time.